Why doesn't the USA government make insulin cheaper?
I can't speak for private insurance, but for Medicare they are actually lowering the cost. https www.reddit.com/r/medicare/comments/yfxgers/copay for insulin and insulin pump supplies /u630mz/. The $35 a month thing doesn't start until Jan. 1st, 2023. You'll have to wait a couple more months. What you are being charged now depends on Medicare's Part D rules and how your insurance company has their drugs priced in each tier. In 2 or 3 years your total expenses for a year will be capped at $2,000. I think that amount is right. From the horse's mouth. https www.medicare.gov/coverage/insulin. If they wanted to, they would. They don't want to. It's not in the interest of the pharmaceutical companies. And the government listens to corporations.
Because the U.S. healthcare system is broken.
Companies that make it line the pockets of politicians in order to stop that from happening. Because voters disagree on how to make it cheaper. Republicans want price negotiations to happen between private health insurance companies, while Democrats want the government to negotiate prices.
The government doesn't make insulin. It is made and sold by businesses for profit.
Because that would make rich people less rich. Oxford wanted to open source their COVID vaccine. The government in the US doesn't care. Because the US is incredibly corrupt and our government is completely controlled by corporations. If you want cheap insulin, leave the country. If you want public health care, leave the country. If you don't like being at war all the time, leave the country. It's simply not possible to change our corrupt political system, as the corporations will never give the people control. So you can either accept the exploitation, or you can leave the country. There's a lot of people in the US that don't think free market regulation is the proper role of the federal government. Profits over people. The precious administration passed a bill capping it as like $30 or so, but the current administration repealed it for some reason on their first day in office. Because the US favors capitalism and consumerism. Those that make the laws are affluent enough that these things don't affect them, so they don't care about it. By that token, why doesn't the government make chemo cheaper? Speaking as a type 1 diabetic, it feels like every time the government does something that's supposed to make my insulin cheaper, my treatment options get reduced. I have to change my prescriptions. I end up paying more. And it takes years to get back to where I can afford to live again. I really wish they'd just leave it the hell alone. They did. Trump capped it, and day one Biden revoked it, letting prices skyrocket again. Patents have played a role for many years. When there's only one company making a product, they can charge what they want as long as people continue to pay it. That and the process for getting biologic drugs approved is very costly. I know it's a naughty word on this site, but Trump actually signed a bill that capped the price of insulin, making it cheaper. The current administration repealed that bill. Disclaimer: I'm libertarian and don't endorse any political figure.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.